This conference will now be recorded.
Fine. So ZMB24 and demo1. Data type, save, local object, and here I'm going to write some piece of code. So we know that how to declare the data. Okay. So here LV underscore first number type char 5 I'm just giving over here. This is the data element I'm using, right? Again, data LV underscore SN type char 5. The way of declaration are there are many way of declaration, with the help of simple data. Also here you can see that I'm using data and data two times. It is not required. Okay, if we are using this particular column, this column is actually known as the chain operator. If you don't use this column, then you have to like every time you will have to use this data data whenever you are going to declare any data type. At that point of time we are supposed to write the data, the name of the variable, then type, and then the data element over here. Okay, so generally this is the way how we define our data type. Suppose you don't want to write every time this data, then in that case what you can do that you can put the colon over here. This colon we can use, and here you can give the comma. This is also fine. Okay, this colon is known as the chain operator. This colon is known as chain operator. Okay, check the syntax over here and activate it. You can see that we are able to activate here data and lv underscore sum. One more variable I'm going to define, char10, and the lv underscore sum. So here also, like it's just my habit to give the colon. If you have the single variable to define, it is not required to give the colon. This is sufficient. Okay, this is sufficient. And if you don't want to give the data at all, here also just give the comma over here. This data will be taken care by this data syntax, because here already chain operator we have given. So if you have given the chain operator, you don't have to bother. Okay, you don't have to bother. That means just by giving the comma only we'll be able to define. So lv underscore sum, lv underscore fn plus lv underscore sn full stop. Here this is what we have given. Lv underscore fn equal to 10 and lv underscore sn equal to 20, and then lv underscore, just I'm assigning some value over here in order to show the output. Okay, and here lv underscore sum, we can check the syntax, it's working fine, right? And this is how we can show the output on the screen. After checking the syntax, this is the button to check the syntax. It's fine, you can see there no syntax error. Click on this activate button and just activate it and run it. You can see that sum is showing 30 over here. That means fine. Now here, suppose if we're going to use the numeric character, that's why the question was yesterday, that if we are going to use the numeric character instead of character, what will be the result? So you can use the numeric character now. Okay, so I'm going to comment this one, select this one and comment this one, copy and paste it over here now and comment, and here I'm going to give the n for the numeric character. So this is the inbuilt data type or elementary data type just I'm using. Okay, just I'm using over here. Just a second. Just give me a second. Yeah. So maybe instead of commenting this one, what I will do here, I will write that output output using uh, character data type. Okay, character and data type. So here we can write like this. Okay, and put inside the single quote, then give the comma. Here I'm using the chain operator. So what it will do, that it will first print the output, that output using the character data type, and then it will give the output over here. Just give me 1 second. Someone is there. Just a second. Sorry. Okay. So lv underscore fn. Okay, so we have written over here output using character output using the character data type is lv underscore sum. Fine. So this is the using the character data type. Now what I'm going to do, uh, I'm going to define the same kind of stuff using the numeric character data type, and here I will give the different number, because if I don't give the different number, it will give me the syntax error. Okay, so I have given the name over here lv underscore fn1, lv underscore sn1, and lv underscore sum1. Okay, now if you assign this one. Okay, so here also, like if you have given the numeric character, you have to define the length. Okay, so for example, I'm going to define the length 5 over here, and here 5, 5. Here also you can give the length like 5, or if you want, you can give the length or like, you know, a num say 5. Here also this is also possible. Okay, numc5 also you can give like that. Here also started we are giving like for character data type, the another way of defining this one is the similar as, you know, the type char 10, lv underscore sum 10 type char type c. Actually type c is the same as lv underscore sum type char 10. Similarly here also, this is the data element and this is the elementary data type. If we are giving the elementary data type, we'll have to specify the length over here. So just we are specifying the length over here. Okay, check the syntax, activate this one and activate, and here I'm going to give lv underscore fn1 equal to 10, and then lv underscore sn1 equals to 20, and then lv underscore sum1 equals to lv underscore fn1 plus lv underscore sn1, and let's observe the output. Okay, so copy the same write statement over here, control v, and here lv underscore sum1 we are having, and I'm going to write here output using character, not the character, it's a numeric character now. Okay, it's a numeric character, and we'll see what's the difference is going to have in the output. Okay, okay, just run it, and you can see that here the output is coming in the same row. I just want to differentiate it. Okay, I just want to differentiate it, and for that purpose what I will do that over here I will give a slash. Okay, so what this slash will do that it will print this particular, whatever I'm trying to write it over here, all these things will be printed in the next line. Okay, meaning of this slash is that it will be printed in the next line. And if you want to give some color, that is also possible. If you want to give some color, format color, uh, 5 on, you can write like this. Okay, so okay, so just I'm going to write like this. Let me see. Color is unknown. Okay, another way of declaring also we are having, there is a syntax called format color on. I think I'm not giving the correct syntax, but no problem. Here you can give the color, uh, let's 5 over here, and here you can give the color, uh, 7, something like that. Check the syntax now. There is no issue. Activate this one, activate and run it. You can see that here the output using character data type is coming like this 30, right? It's coming like this 30, but here the output using the numeric character data type 00030 is coming, right? 00030 is coming. If you increase the size, you can see numc 5 I have given. If you are going to increase the size numc 10 for this numeric character, and let's observe the output now. Press F8 and you can see that it total is, if you count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, total is 10 over here, right? Here also you have total space is 10 actually. Total space is 10 you have, but in case of character data type, this space is not filled with the 0 0 0 0 0. Okay, but in case of numeric character data type, this space is filled with the 0 0 0 0. That's the only difference. Other thing is going to be same. Okay, so the data representation is going to be same. That's the only difference. Other thing is going to be, the calculation and everything is going to be same. Okay, fine. So like that you can also start doing the experiment. There are so many things related with the data type. Okay, but these are the important, these are the frequently used things. If you this much know, you can explore yourself, you can do the experiment yourself. Many a things, many a new things you can know if you are willing to know. Fine. So now I'm going to show you some more stuff, some interesting stuff related with the work area and internal table, very frequently used. If you know the work area and internal table, like means 50% of the ABAP. Okay, even more than 50%. In ABAP there is nothing, you know uh, there is nothing, but only you have the work area and internal table. If you know this concept, that means you know the ABAP. Okay, so here let's try to understand, let's try to explore this work area and internal table in detail, and let's focus over here. So what is this work area? What is this work area? So actually suppose you know that our architecture, you know about our architecture, right? We have here our architecture, that here we are having the application server, right? You can see that here we are having the application server. This is our application server. This is the database server, right? SAP architecture is like that, that here you are having the database server, and these are the different clients you are having. Clients is nothing but people we are connected with the SAP GUI. So many people have been connected through the SAP GUI through the network with this application server, and application server is connected with the database server. Okay, so whatever the program and all we are going to write, though we are writing at the SAP GUI, but when we open this SAP GUI, here you can see that I'm open this SAP GUI, but a session has been created between the application server. This is the SAP GUI, what we are seeing over here, but a session has been created. One session has been established with the what application server. Okay, and whatever we are going to run and check the syntax and all, everything is going to get performed at application server. Let me close this one, this is not working fine. Yeah, we are using this particular system. Okay, okay, so here whatever we are going to write, and click on this syntax check here, or click on this matchstick to activate the code. Everything, every activity is getting performed at this application server. Now this application server is connected with the database server. Okay, why? Because without data there is no meaning of ERP system, right? We have to fetch the data, we have to do some business logic, we have to do some manipulation, and if requires we have to again update the data in the database, or if you want to see the report you have to display on the output screen. Okay, so this 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 application server is connected with the database server for the purpose of retrieving the data from the database server. But once you get the data from this database server, where you will keep the data on the application server, right? Where you will keep the data on the application server. We are writing this program, right? We are writing a program. I'm going to write a select query, select, single star from Mara into from Mara. Just I'm writing select single star from Mara. Okay, so let's suppose, and where Martner equal to one single material, I'm going to select SC11. Let's go and see some material over here. Mara, click on this content and number of entries. Yeah, a lot of entries are there. Good. So I'm just trying to get some entry from here. I want to retrieve a single entry, so I'm just giving in where condition this single entry. Okay, and because this is a character data type material number, I know that it's a character data type. If you also want, you can go back and you can check that this is what is the data type. Here you can see this material number is keratin here in the system. Here you can see, or you can go to the data element. Inside the data element also you can see this MATNet is nothing but keratin. This material number is the data element, this is the domain, and this domain is having data type char and 18. And if you want to see more detail, double click on this domain, and here you can see material number, char, 18, and here it is having also a conversion routine. Okay, conversion routine is used for the purpose of converting the data from the external format to internal format. Means SAP understands the internal format, SAP does not understand the external format. Okay, so if some data is complex kind in the nature, or some length is different, or for improve the performance, something like that, we convert the data into SAP internal format. Okay, we convert the data into SAP internal format. Sriram, if you have any question, please tell me. Any question you have?
No, no, no. By mistake, it is just.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay, fine. No problem. Okay, so from external format to internal format, if we require to change the data, means if we require to convert the data, then you will be able to see this conversion routine. Everywhere you will not be able to see. In some specific case, SAP decides like where to uh, convert the data, where not to convert the data, and mostly you are able to see in the standard practice, means a standard object like table, or generally we don't do. I have never created any conversion routine. Okay, but in a standard you will be able to see. So for this material number, you are able to see that conversion routine is there. I'm choosing one more data element here. Let us see if we have conversion routine. Here you can see there is no conversion routine, so very rarely we'll be able to see the conversion routine. In some of the cases, like in MATNET, just we have seen. Okay, similarly in some other cases, not very frequently. Okay, fine. So internal representation generally comes with, suppose you have the material number 2. So internally it will be appended with 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Okay, so this is the internal representation. And when you are going to put the select query, you have to give the internal representation over here. If you just give to, it may not work. Okay, it may not work. You can just try yourself, check the syntax now. And here, what I'm trying to tell you over here, suppose if you want to fetch a single record from the database table, from the database layer, if you want to fetch here, you would require something where you can hold the data, where you can put the data, right? From the Mara table, you want to get all the information. A star means all the field. Okay, a star means all the field. I want to get all the field. If you want to fetch the specific field, for example, if you want to get the material number, you want to get material type, okay, you want to get material group, you want to get industry sector. So such kind of information, if you want to get only a specific field, you will have to write like this. Okay, you will have to write like this. Okay, I'm going to get all the information at this point of time. So if you want to get all the information, you will require some, some variable or some container you will require which will hold the data, and that container is nothing but is known as the work area or internal table. If you want to fetch a single data, you will require work area. Work area is for the purpose of holding the single record, actually single data, not the single data, single record. Work area holds the single record. On the other hand, internal table, suppose if you want to fetch, list of records, okay, many number of records if you want to fetch, so that is known as actually internal table. Internal table is nothing but a table actually, but in the program. Okay, we'll discuss more about this. Just to understand, internal table, here we have to declare when you have to fetch list of records. Okay, multiple records. Okay, multiple records. So work area for the purpose of a single record, and internal table is for the purpose of multiple records. Okay, now other thing, if you want to do any operation, typically we use the work area. Means if you want to do in your program, if you want to modify a record, if you want to append some record into our internal table, so we are going to do that stuff with the help of work area. Okay, so any modification, update, you know in the internal table, so if you want to do any changes in the internal table, you have to take help of the work area. Okay, because one by one we are going to change the record and update the record into the internal table. Okay, we'll see this one in more detail here. Just to understand that we want to fetch a single material number from this Mara table and we want to put that one, we must require a work area. We have to define the work area. Okay, so let's go and define one work area. Data w underscore Mara. WA stands for work area. Generally we use this practice WA, or some people also use W underscore Mara. It all depends, okay, what the naming convention you are going to use. Okay, so but generally WA underscore Mara will be used. Okay, the different naming convention is also there. We'll just discuss in subsequent session. Okay, type over here W underscore Mara, type Mara. This is how we declare the work area. The meaning of this means this is a work area having, the structure. This work area will hold the data, a single record it will hold. It must have some structure. So what kind of a structure will contain? It will contain the structure same as the Mara. Okay, because I'm going to fetch the data from the Mara, so the structure should be compatible with this Mara, right? So I'm just declaring this w underscore mara, this work area, same as the mara, so that a record should go and fit into this particular work area, right? So I'm fetching over here, I'm fetching the data, and I will put it now into some variable. So into that variable is nothing but this work area. Okay, so I'm fetching and I will put it. If you don't put this one, it will give you the error. Check the syntax, it will tell that you have not give the into clause. It's telling you, observe over here, a target area must be specified using an into clause implicitly with a tables statement. Okay, what it is telling that you are fetching the record, but why you are fetching the record when you are not putting where here something, you are not getting here in the program something, simply by selecting the record there is no meaning. That is what it is telling. So into wa underscore mara, this is what I have defined over here. So I'm telling to the system, fetch this particular record from this mara table and put it into this work area. Now this work area is having the data. Okay, now if you check the syntax, there is no error, right? And if you want to print it, okay, simply if you give w underscore mara and press like F2, it will give, you can see that it's like it's giving some error at this point of time. It will be little difficult for you to understand. So just to understand that you cannot you cannot give the output every time like this. Okay, but every time what you can do that, here w underscore mara is having what are the fields, all the fields from the mara is having, yeah, with this in this w underscore mara, because we are taking the reference of this mara. Okay, so double click over here on the mara and let us see what are the fields are there. Okay, you can see there are so many fields, 267 fields are there. All these 267 fields you can print out over here, because all the fields I'm putting it over here into this w underscore mara. Okay, so w underscore mara is having all the 267 fields. If you don't remember the fields name, just put the cursor over here and control space. If you do the control space, it will give you all the field name over here. You can see that all this field name, these are the field names from the mara table, and whatever field you want to uh, display, just you can display. So matter I want to display, give the comma over here and w underscore mara hyphen control space. Again I want to display some mtart or something like that. Okay, so similarly all the fields, if you want, it all depends your requirement, matkl. Okay, and full stop. Check the syntax. Generally we don't do the select star, very bad practice, very bad practice, very bad practice. We don't do the select star. Never we require select star, never we require all the data from the mara table. Okay, so why bad practice? Because it will hamper the performance, it will hamper the performance. That's why it is not a good practice, very bad practice. Activate this one, activate this one, and here just to run it, and you will be able to see that 2 is the material number, this is the material type, and here you are having the matkl, I think material group I have given. Yes, that is the output it is showing over there. Okay, that is the output it is showing over there. Now if you put the breakpoint over here, just I want to show in the debugging. Okay, so to activate the debugging you will have to put the breakpoint over here. Just here click over here and you will be able to put the breakpoint. Okay, there are several ways of putting the breakpoint. All that thing is not necessary to learn, just one way is sufficient over here. Here itself you can put the cursor and click, you will be able to put the breakpoint. Press F8. Once you press F8, because you have put the breakpoint over here, it will stop. You can see that it is a stop over here at this point of time, because this select query has not been executed. This w underscore mara is a blank structure. You can see that it's a w underscore mara. It's showing here blank a structure, and if you double click over here, the value is blank over here, right? Value is blank. But you might be thinking, why this 0.00, if it is blank, why it is coming? This is coming because this is the initial value. This is a initial value, means by default value. Okay, so here packed, in case of packed data type, you will be having the initial value. Okay, in case of numeric character data type, you will be having the initial value. This is the initial value. In output, you will not get anything, it will be blank only. But here in debugging, you will be able to see. You can see that for the date data type, it's the initial value 000. Okay, so wherever you are able to see such kind of 000, you can ignore. This is a blank. This is a blank. If you try to get the output, you will be able to see in the output it's a blank only. Okay, now click on this desktop 3 and press F6, and here it got executed. If anything gets executed successfully, such kind of select query, here you have one system variable that is known as size sub rc. Okay, here you have a system variable that is known as size sub rc. This sets to be 0. This gets sets 0 if it is successful. Any select query, any select query. Okay, any select query, any select query is going to be successfully executed. Successfully executed means if it is able to fetch the data, means some data is available. So some data is available for these two. Okay, and the select query is able to fetch the data for these two, then the size sub rc, the system variable, will be set as 0. Very, very important. Okay, this is 0, that means it got successfully executed. Now in this w underscore mara, you have the records, you have the value. Double click over here, you have to double click. Okay, you have to double click, and you can see that now it is showing the data to FERT AM108. Whatever the data is there, now the proper data is coming. Okay, here also 0.00, all these things. So everywhere data is not there in the table, that's why the 0.000000 is coming. But wherever the data is there, that is coming. Okay, wherever the data is there, then it's coming, right? So here generally MTRT, MBRSS, whatever the important field is there, that only someone has given and created the material number. So that important field is coming, other thing is not coming because it's not maintained. You can go and check into MM03, or you can go and check into the Mara table. Okay, go to the content, and I will give the 2 over here. Just run it by giving the 2, and here you can see that it's only this particular value is there, other is not there, that's why it's not coming over there. Fine. So now you understood that if you have to hold a single record, then we can do like this. We can create a work area, and then we can you know then we can get the data into the work area. But suppose if you have to fetch the multiple record, okay, you want to fetch all the material number where mtart equal to finished good, right? FERT. You want to get all the material, okay, where the material type is FERT. In that case, remove the single, because if you give the single, it will get only one value. Okay, and we are supposed to give single only when we are supplying here the key value, some material number. We know that when we are going to give the material number is unique, so single makes sense over here. It will improve the performance. Okay, if in where condition you are going to give the material number. But mtat is not the key field in the Mara table. We know that mtat is not a key field in the Mara table. So whoever is from the functional background, you are already expert in this, but for the fresher, just let me cover. So this is the Mara table, and here you can see this is the different we are having the uh, fields, and here this material number is the key field. So key field means it is going to represent, it's going to identify all the, means it's going to identify a single record uniquely. Okay, so single record identification can be done with the help of material number, so that I can give the single over here if I'm going to put Mattner over here. But this mtat is not a key field. You can see that this mtat, somewhere mtat will be there. Let's search over here. Okay, mtat. Here you can see that this mtat is not a key field. Here this key field is not marked. So key field will be always there in the beginning only. Okay, if some key field is there, if mtat would have been the key field, it will be here only. In beginning itself, all the key field is there. So only Mattner is the key field. Nothing apart from Mattner is the key field. Okay, fine. Now I want to say I want to select some set of records into this internal table. I want to select some set of records into the internal table. So for that purpose, I will require to have an internal table. Okay, because more than one records we are going to fetch. So let's go and create one internal table. So generally, if we are going to create the internal table, we give the naming convention starting with it underscore. Okay, it is not hard and fast. You can give abcd something like that. This will be also become your internal table. Okay, but this name should be some readable name. So it underscore tab type table of, okay, type table of, what kind of table of should be, what kind of table of should be, I'm using the star over here. Can anyone of you tell me what kind of this internal table, the structure, the line type, what kind of line type it should have, what kind of line type it should have, right? Any one of you, can you try over here to give the answer? What kind of line type it should have? Okay, what kind of line type it should have? It should have, yeah,
Mara.
can you try? Yes, perfect. Yeah, because from the Mara we are going to fetch the data, so the line type also it should have same as the Mara, because all the data we are going to fetch from the Mara. So line type also should have like Mara only. Put the full stop over here. Now it underscore tab is declared, and when you are going to use, when you are going to fetch the data multiple records into an internal table, you have to write here table. Okay, you have to write over here table, and then you will have to give the internal table name. Then you will have to give the internal table name. So select a star from Mara into table it underscore tab, where mtat equals to FERT. Okay, where mtat equal to FERT. So this is what I'm trying to tell it over here. Check the syntax now, and you can see that there is no error. It's a fine, but I want to print the output. I want to print the output. So how can you print the output, right? How your data is there into it underscore tab, how to print the output. So print the output, to print the output I have to use a loop statement, loop at it underscore tab. Okay, so one by one in this it underscore tab I will show you how the data is there in this it underscore tab at this point of time. Activate this one. So data is there into the internal table format. Data is there into the internal table format at this point of time. Okay, so if you press F6, you can see that size of RC0, that means record is successfully retrieved from the Mara table into this it underscore tab. Double click over here, and if you see this it underscore tab is having 4722 records over here, and all the 4722 records is coming over here because I have double clicked on that it underscore tab. Okay, and here you can see that total number of records, total records is coming, right? Total Mara record is coming into this internal table wherever the material type is FERT. Only the FERT material type will be coming, because in where condition I have put the material type equals to FERT. Now this is having your internal table. This data is there in the internal table. I want to print this data in the output screen. Okay, how to do that? So hope you are getting this concept. If you're not getting this concept, please stop me so that I can try to explain in a different way. Okay, if you can stop, I will try to explain in a different way. Okay, so IT underscore tab, this is the internal table. I'm just going to copy some data from here. Okay, copy some data. I'm not copying all the data, and I will push into this Excel. Okay, so this is your, let's suppose this is your internal table, and you want to print the data. You want to print this data. This is your internal table, and you want to print the data. What you will have to do, one by one, the record from the internal table you have to put into the work area. Okay, directly you will not be able to print. Directly you cannot write like this, write IT underscore tab. You cannot write like this. You will not be able to do so. What you will have to do, one by one, from the internal table you have to put the data into the work area. You know that work area holds the single record. So one by one, from the internal table you have to put the data into the work area. Okay, so first you will put the first record into this work area. Let us suppose this is your work area. Let us suppose, okay, let us suppose this is your work area, and in this work area you have put this record. Once you put this record using the write statement WA hyphen, right, WA hyphen, and the name of the field, whatever the field name, this is the client field. Okay, then we are having this material field, so WA hyphen MATNR. Like that you can you can print the data. So to print the data, first you have to put the data from the internal table into the work area, and then you will have to print. Okay, you cannot print directly. So let's go and do that. Okay, let's go and do that. Go back, and here you can see this W underscore Mara. It will be blank, right? We are not putting anything in this W underscore Mara in this structure. Only we are having the data into this internal table, right? So if you click on this W underscore Mara, and here if you again double click, you can see that it's blank. At this point of time there is nothing. These are just the initial values. Okay, just go back. By pressing the F3 you can go back, or in this button if you click you will go back. Press F8. You can see that at this point of time nothing is coming, blank, because no data was there in this work area. Now one by one, from this internal table I want to put in data into the work area. To do that we have to write some code. What the code we have to write? We have to write the code like this. We are going to put the loop. We are looping this internal table so that the loop will start from here. Okay, so loop at IT underscore tab into work area. Okay, so there what we have given, let's go and check what's the name of internal table. IT underscore tab I have given, right? So IT underscore tab, here I'm writing over here, loop at IT underscore tab into work area, and work area name I have given the Mara. Both internal table and work area should be compatible, right? That is the common sense, right? Then only we can put the record from the internal table into the work area, right? So this is also of type Mara, because this is going to hold the single record, so its only type is having a syntax to declare a work area, right? And here, because we have to declare the internal table, so we have to use this syntax type table of. Okay, so this is the work area, but the reference for both is same, Mara and Mara. This is for internal table and this is for work area. So type is compatible for both. Type is compatible for both. So we don't have to bother about the type. So what I'm doing that, I'm looping this IT underscore tab. Okay. I'm looping this IT underscore tab. So my control is here. When you are going to loop this internal table, your control will be here in beginning. And as soon as you will write that loop at IT underscore tab into W underscore Mara, as soon as this into will come into effect, come into the picture, you know, what is the meaning of into? Into means you are moving something into something, right? So the first record you are moving from this internal table into this work area, W underscore Mara work area. Okay. And you can now print whatever the value, whatever the field you want to print, you can print. Okay, Matner, then W underscore Mara, mtat, something like that. You can print whatever the field. You have all the 267 fields are here. All the 267 fields you can write like this. Okay, but generally you require 4 or 5 fields or maximum 10 fields like that. You can write it easily over here. Okay. Now, once this is written, we have, you know, this loop should be end with the end loop. This loop should be closed with end loop, so that compiler will understand, okay, this loop statement ending is here. Again, control will come over here. After executing, you know, this write statement, as soon as system will encounter this end loop, it will go and check internally if some more record is there or not in this internal table. Okay, so he will check that, oh, there are so many records, still it is having 10 records. Okay, so now it will come and put the record, the second record from the internal table into this work area, and it will print. Again it will come to end loop, and it will again go and check if the remaining records are there or not. Okay, so if the remaining records are there, it will again go back and it will execute. So like that it will keep on executing, and when it will come to the last, again go and check if the remaining records are there or not. It will check that no, there is no record, it will come out. Okay, so like that it works. At this point of time, if you have any query, so far, if you have any query, please feel free to ask. It's very important to understand the work area and internal table. Okay, fine. So here, I believe you don't have any query. You are able to understand this concept properly. Fine, good. So now activate this one. I will not activate that this point of time. I will just write this particular, you know, loop at IT underscore tab into WA underscore Mara, and here I'm going to write end loop. Okay, and each record I want to get into the new line, otherwise everything will come into new one line. You know, the output will be hodgepodge. You will not be able to understand the output. Okay, press F8, you will see that you will not be able to understand the output, right? So to understand the output, you will have to give this slash over here. Okay, you'll have to give the slash over here to understand the output. Okay, activate this one so that all the record will come into the new line. And here now, if you will see that, you can see that this is the material number, this is the material type, and this is the, you know, MATKL material group. So this is how you can get the output. Okay, this is how you can get the output. If you want to give some color, that is possible. You can give some color for something like that. Here also you can give the color 3. Okay, and here also you can give the color 6, something like that. Okay, however, this is not important for you. Okay, press F8, and you can see that now in a different color all this output is coming. Okay, all this output is coming into the different color nicely. Now the output representation is better than the earlier. So like that, if you also want to give some space in between two, you know, between the material type and MATKL, or between the Mattner and MTAR. If you want to give some more space, like suppose I want to give some more space, it's of 18 characters. Okay, I want to give some space like 10 characters more. So what I will do, 18 and 10 I will add, and I will just give the 28 over here. Okay, so means 28 means the from the beginning, from the left side, it will take the 28 characters and it will print the mtart. Okay, so after 28 characters, this mtart is getting printed, and the mtart length is 4 characters. Okay, so 28 plus 4, 32. Again, I want to give some more space between mtart and matkl. So 32 plus 10, I'm going to give 42. So actually this 42 space is from beginning. That's why I'm giving 42. Otherwise, I would have given 10 only. Okay, but it will be considered from the beginning. Check the syntax over here. Activate it, press F8, and let's observe the output. You can see that now the output is coming like this, because we have given the 10 space over here and 10 space over here. Okay, is it clear for everybody? Are you able to understand the concept? Fine, good. Okay, so now we don't require to select the star. Okay, we don't require to select the star, because it is having 267 fields like that, and in S4HANA you are having even more than 300 fields, or even more than 400 fields, right? Why to select these many fields if you don't require? Correct. So what you can do, that you can create your own structure. You can create your own structure, which will, suppose if you want to hold only 4 record, you can see that here I'm interested in only in this material number, mtart and matkl. Only 3 fields I'm interested in. So why not to fetch only 3 fields? Why not to fetch only 3 fields? So for that purpose, we have to define the structure. So types begin of ts underscore Mara. I'm going to give the name of the the structure is the Mara, or you can give the mat info, something like that. Any valid name means any valid name or any descriptive name which will make some sense, you can give it over here. So name of the structure, I'm going to give it over here. Okay, now Mattner define its component. Okay, material number, mtart, and then what we have, matkl, right? So I'm just giving the component. How I'm defining this component? How I'm defining it? Component. So what I have given that, if you see that, the same structure you'll have to write here also. Okay, full stop. So I'm initialing the structure over here, begin of and end of. Inside begin and end, I'm giving the component of the structure, right? Every structure must have some component. Correct, every structure must have some component, then only the meaning of a structure is there. So here the name of the component, and here I'm giving the data element name. Here I'm giving the data element name. So for this material number, this name can be different. Okay, if you want, you can give this name like material, but generally we keep it same, because everyone know the Mattner, right? Everyone know the Mattner, and this is only a 5 characters, right? But if you want, here on the left hand side you can change mat underscore type. Okay, and here mat underscore group. Okay, material group. But the right hand side you are not supposed to change. Why? Or you have to change the valid data type. This material number, is the data element, right? This material number is the data element, material type is data element, and material group is the data element. If you go and check into the Mara table, you will see that the component name and their field data element name is same only. For this material number, the data element is material number only, MATNR only. Similarly, for this MATKL, the data element is MATKL only. Okay, so generally the name of the field and data element name field in the table will be same. Okay, this can be different also, there is no issue, this field and data element can be different also, but just as a a standard practice, or just to avoid a confusion or something like that, they have kept maximum the name of the field and the data element field name as same. Okay, somewhere you will see the difference. Here you can see that the name of the field and the data element name field is different, right? The data element name is the different. Okay, here the name of the field and the data element I have kept. This data element, we know that it's already defined data element, so I am not willing to disrupt this thing, so I'm just using this data element. Okay, just save it. So this structure is having 3 component. Now this is now your structure. This is now your structure. Earlier I was taking the reference of Mara, right? So here Mara is what? This is Mara is your table, but this table is nothing but table definition, and table definition is nothing but a structure. Okay, table, here you can come, this Mara is what? This Mara is the table definition. Definition means what are the fields, what are the data type, these are the definition. This is not having the content at this point of time. If you want to see the content, you will have to click on this content. Okay, and you can go and check it over here. This is the content, but this is the definition. So all the table is having its table definition, and table definition behaves like a structure. Okay, so this Mara table is having, these are the component. If you want to create another table, we know that how we can create. Similarly, if you want to create only a structure, means only if you want to create the definition of a table. Okay, we cannot tell that definition of a table, but if you want to create a structure here from SE11, it is possible to create. That structure is also a data type. Okay, a structure is also a data type. I will show you here. Also you can create a global structure. Whatever in SE11 you are going to create, that is global, that is known as the global. Everywhere it can be used. Okay, everywhere it can be used. Fine. So this is the local, this is what I'm creating over here. This is the local, it will be used inside this program only. Okay, outside of this program you cannot use. Fine. So I'm going to create one work area over here, wa underscore, the same work area name I'm going to keep, w underscore Mara. Okay, and I will comment this one, the previous one, otherwise it will give error that if you have already declared, why you have declared again. Okay, so I have comment. So type, give this a structure name. So what kind of this work area should be? This work area should be of this structure type. And now the data, I'll have to give the it underscore tab type table of what? This structure. And now I want to fetch only 3 records. Okay, now I want to fetch only only I want to fetch 3 fields. Which fields? Matner, MTART and METKL. So I'm going to copy this one, comment this and paste it over here. And instead of a star, what are the 3 fields I have given? Material number, MAT type, mat group. But in the table, in the table, what is? In the table, this field is not there. In the table, the material is MATNR. You will have to give the MATNR. Okay. And MATTYP, MTART is there. Material type is there, MTART. Okay. and material group in the table is MATKL. Okay, so whatever the table field name is there, that you will have to specify. Okay, that you will have to specify. This comma is not required here at this point of time. Okay. Okay. So select material number mtart MATKL from Mara into table IT underscore tab, and IT underscore tab is having material MATTY and material group. So this matter will come and sit into this material. The name is different, there's not problem. The data element is same. At the table level for this field, the same data element is there, right? This mtart name is here different. Here I'm using material type, but there is no problem. It will come and sit into this. This is the important. Data type is important. Okay. Name is just for our understanding. Okay, check the syntax now. And some error is there. What is the error? W underscore Mara does not have a component called matner. What is the okay? Here component material we are having MATTYP having mat group we are having. So let's go and write that component only. Okay, come over here and give the component, because we have changed the name, right? We have changed the name, that's why. So mat underscore type, and here mat underscore group, mat underscore group. Check the syntax now, and at this point of time now it's not giving any error. Activate this one and put the breakpoint over here, and let's press F8. So you can see that when I'm pressing the F6 over here, now it is so fast. Earlier it was taking some time, at least 1 second, to execute when I'm giving select a star. But here only 3 fields I'm taking. I'm putting to this IT underscore tab. You can see that IT underscore tab is having only 3 fields over here, right? Material, material type, material group. Okay, and the name is coming material, material type, and material group, what we have defined into the structure, right? That it's coming, and the data is coming over here. And one by one, again I'm putting from this internal table, putting into this work area and printing over here. Press F8, and here you can see the data, right? If you have any question, please feel free to ask the question. Today's session we are going to end up over here. If you have any question, please feel free to ask, or else we'll meet tomorrow. Okay, any question at this point of time, any doubt if you have? Yeah.
Are we going to discuss about the performance regarding if we want to fetch around 5 lakh records with the select statement?
Yes, that we are going to discuss, but not here. That will be covering under the intermediate and basic advanced ABAP. Here first 15 hours we are going to have the basic and the ABAP from the functional point of view, the frequently used things, and then after we are going to discuss in very much detail everything. Performance, whether it is a performance, whether it is an enhancement, or whatever the topic, or data dictionary also, we are left with so many things that everything we are going to discuss in detail. Okay, any other question?
Okay.
Okay, fine then. Let's meet tomorrow. Bye bye, have a nice day.